with a quick screencast to show you how to add alternate hosts to Zoom. This is really important as we start getting into flu season and folks are going to be out and need substitutes. I want to make sure all teachers know how to add an alternate host. And actually it boils down to how you set your meeting up. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 different ways to add an alternate host depending on the type of Zoom meeting you created. So you can see I am logged in here to my Zoom account. I'm in the website on my MacBook Air, zoom.us. Normally when you first log in, it defaults you to your profile page, but I went down here to meetings. In the meetings page, I want you to notice at the top, once this loads, that you have upcoming meetings, previous meetings, a personal room, and meeting templates. We're going to show you the first 2 in upcoming, and then the third one I'm going to show you in a personal room. So let me go down here, and you can see I have several Zoom meetings coming up today, but I want to show you my examples. The first is a meeting I set up, and I called it a regular meeting. And basically what I did is I came in here, I hit schedule the meeting, and I set up a single Zoom occurrence. Okay, so that's what this one is. So in order to name an alternate host, I would click on edit, and I see the original screen where I created my meeting. You're going to notice here that this recurring meeting button is not selected. Okay, it is not selected. Everything else looks like it normally does. And if I scroll all the way to the bottom, I have the window that says add an alternate host. This is where you would put the person's name in. So you would type in hmoser@eastpennsd.org. Now my understanding is that you can name dual alternate hosts or more than one by simply putting a comma in here and adding the second address. The minute you do that and hit save, those alternate hosts are notified by email that they have been named an alternate host. The email they receive has a big blue button on it that says start the meeting. So they don't even need to come to the website. They get an email with the start button and they can launch it. This is like giving the keys to your car to somebody else. Once you give them the keys, they can get in, they can start the car, they can have all the control. Okay, that's what you're doing. This is how to do it in a regular meeting. Now I'm going to cancel out of that and I'm going to go back to my meetings where we were before. And what I want to show you is that if you have set up a recurring meeting, like my second example, Zoom alternate host recurring meeting, notice down here it says occurrences, 1 of 7. This is creating a link 7 different times. When I go in to edit this one, you notice I get a pop-up. Edit this occurrence or edit all occurrences. You must select edit all occurrences, which is actually counterintuitive because the button's blue, right? But you're going to go into edit all occurrences. That is the only place you're going to see alternate host. If you go into edit this occurrence, the field is not going to be there. Okay, you must select edit all occurrences. This will take you to this familiar page. And again, at the bottom, you'll see add alternate host. And you will again add the email address of the person who is your alternate host. And if you want more than one, you simply add a comma. Okay. Now, the third way I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back to my meetings. Okay. So I just showed you how to add an alternate host in just a regular old meeting, which was this first one. Then we showed you how to add it in a recurring meeting and select the correct choice at the pop-up. Now, the third thing that I have seen happen with teachers is they come in here and they don't have any meetings set up under upcoming because they are using their personal meeting room. So the minute you create your Zoom account, you get a personal meeting room, a personal meeting ID. Some people are using that one for all their Zoom meetings, and that's totally fine. But if you need to add an alternate host to that room, you have to come over here to personal room. So if you come over here to personal room and you see my personal meeting room has my passcode and all these other things, I have to come down to the bottom and click edit in order to get into that meeting. And now this is going to look like the other two did. And when I scroll all the way to the bottom, I've got alternate host. So there you have it. 3 different ways to add an alternate host depending on what type of meeting you set up. A regular meeting, a meeting that has multiple occurrences, or if you are using your personal meeting room and personal ID. I hope that helps.